Hey, what's up guys? Andre here. I'm in Santa Monica for a secret meeting and you're watching Exposé.
Hey everyone, do you like my Clueless plaid? No one in the theory11 audience will get that reference. Maybe one person, and for you and me, we get it. We shared a moment. Let's get into the news. We begin with David Blaine, who performed his one-night-only show in Singapore on September 8th. You can read all about the antics that ensued on the Edge Reviewed website. Cool whip. It's a thing. Lionsgate has set a release date for Now You See Me Too. What? Summer 2016. Mark your calendars. I'm super excited. They also announced that John Chu will direct and the original cast will reprise their roles. The lineup includes Dave Franco, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Woody Harrelson, Isla Fisher, Jesse Eisenberg, and Mark Ruffalo. The Hulk. It's the Hulk. That's what I'm excited about. The Hulk's gonna be in it, guys. And finally, we want to congratulate Neil Patrick Harris and David Burtka on their recent nuptials. They're married, guys. It's so sweet. Anyway, that's all for me this week. I'm gonna start my annual Lord of the Rings Director's Cut marathon. I have much vegan mac and cheese planned for the occasion. I wish I had a puppy to also have for the whole occasion. I don't have that. Send me a puppy. That's all for me this week, guys. Toodles!
Yo, what's up guys? I'm Jonathan Boehm. I am sick, but I am back on Exposé. This week I wanted to share a story. When I was 12 years old, I rented out a theater called the Garden Theater in Charleston, South Carolina. That was my hometown. This is about a 500-seat theater. This is my first stage show. And before I did this, I was worried that I didn't have an agent, I didn't have a publicist, I didn't have a manager, I didn't have a budget, and I didn't have any grand illusions. So how was I gonna do a stage show in front of 500 people in my case? But I made it work. I scrapped together some illusions or some tricks that would work well on stage, and that was my first show. I mention this because this past weekend I drove 8 hours, 4 hours there, 4 hours back, to go see Blake Vogt perform in Raleigh, North Carolina on the campus of UNC Chapel Hill. This was a show for 400 people in an auditorium there, and the inspiring part was that Blake did this 90-minute show with only the materials that fit inside of a relatively small suitcase. He didn't have any big props, he didn't have any grand illusions, but he did a 90-minute show on a fairly large stage with only things that fit inside of a suitcase. And the reason why that was so inspiring to me is because it reminded me that you can do really big things even if you don't have a lot of resources, even if you don't have any big props. You can accomplish really big things if you're willing to be crafty and creative, and you're willing to try new things, and you're willing to step outside your comfort zone. You can accomplish a lot of big things even if you don't have huge illusions or big resources. And that was really inspiring to me to see. Blake did an amazing show. He was hilarious, he was very witty, and most importantly, he fooled the crap out of me multiple times during the show. So I wanted to share that story with you guys. Hopefully it was as inspiring for you to hear as it was for me to witness. And Blake, if you're listening to this, you are ridiculously creative, you're unbelievably talented, and because of all of that, I hate you. Last but not least, and speaking of Blake Vogt, this week's comment contest. So over the past week, Blake's Effect Regeneration has been performed basically everywhere. Justin Flom did it on the Today Show, Blake did it himself on the Wizard Wars pilot, and Dynamo did it on the BBC. So our comment contest this week is simple. If you were going to be performing on international television, on the Today Show, on the BBC, and you had to pick just one trick to perform, what effect would you do? It doesn't have to be regeneration, it can be whatever your favorite effect would be. If you had only one trick to perform on international television, what trick would you do? Post in the comments below on YouTube or on theory11 in the media section, and we're gonna be choosing one person at random who's gonna take home one of each of these. These are Tycoons, these are our new playing cards that we released this past week. So one person at random is gonna take home one of each of these, shipped on the house anywhere in the world, and we're gonna choose you at random. You have to post, you have to comment. Good luck, and we'll see you guys next week.